Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Avoiding premature abstraction with unstyled components. What is premature abstraction? Premature abstraction is a software development anti-pattern where developers create abstractions, like functions, classes, or components, too early in the development process. This often leads to over-engineered code that is harder to understand and maintain. In the context of front-end development, an example of this might be creating a highly generic component that is not yet needed, leading to unnecessary complexity. Why avoid unstyled components? Unstyled components are often a result of premature abstraction. They are components that are designed to be reused across multiple parts of an application but lack any styling or visual design. This can lead to several issues. 1. Increased complexity. Unstyled components can add complexity to your code base, making it harder to understand how components fit together visually. 2. Poor user experience. Components without styling can lead to a disjointed user experience, as they may not fit well within the overall design language of your application. 3. Difficult to maintain. When components are abstracted without a clear need, they may become difficult to maintain or modify, especially if they were created without a full understanding of their eventual use. When to abstract components. 1. Reusability. If you find yourself using the same piece of code in multiple places, it might be time to abstract it. 2. Complexity. If a component is starting to grow complex, breaking it down into smaller, reusable components can help manage that complexity. 3. Clear requirements. If you have a clear understanding of how a component will be used and styled, it's a good candidate for abstraction. Example: avoiding premature abstraction. Let's look at an example of creating a simple button component without prematurely abstracting it. Step 1. Simple button component. Instead of creating a generic button component that has no styling, we'll start with a simple button that is styled for a specific use case. JSX //simplebutton.jsx. Import React from React. Import /simplebutton.css, importing specific styles for this button. Const simple button equals, label, onClick, equals. Return. Button class name equals simple button onClick equals onClick. Label. /button. Export default simple button. CSS. /* button dot css */ dot simple button. Background color 007 BFF. Color white. Border none. Padding 10px 20px. Border radius 5px. Cursor pointer. Font size 16px. Dot simple button hover. Background color 0056B3. Step 2. Usage of the button. In this example, we create a simple button component that is styled specifically for its current use case. JSX //app.jsx. Import React from React. Import simple button from /simple button. Const app equals, equals. Const handle click equals, equals. Alert, button clicked. Return. Div. H1 Welcome to my app /H1. Simple button label equals click me on click equals handle click / div. Export default app. Step 3, when to abstract. As the application grows, if you find that you are using the simple button component in multiple places and need it to have different styles or behaviors, then you can consider abstracting it. 1. Add props for variance. You might want to add props to change its style or behavior dynamically. To create a button component library, if you have multiple button styles, example primary, secondary, danger, you can start to abstract those into a button component that accepts variant props. JSX / button.jsx. Import React from React. Import / button.css. Const button equals, label, onClick, variant, equals. Return. Button class name equals button $variant onClick equals onClick. Label. / button. Export default button. CSS. / button.css */ dot button. Padding, 10px 20px. Border, none. Border radius, 5px. Cursor, pointer. Font size, 16px. Dot button dot primary. Background color, 007 BFF. Color, white. Dot button dot secondary. Background color, 6C757D. Color, white. Dot button dot danger. Background color, DC3545. Color, white. Dot button hover. Opacity, 0.8. Conclusion. Avoiding premature abstraction requires a balance between reusability and complexity. Start with simple, well-styled components, and only abstract them when you have a clear need and understanding of their requirements. This approach will help maintain a clean, understandable code base while ensuring a good user experience.